Welcome to another live stream. Whoops, I need to mute that. I deeply apologize. Sorry about that. Welcome to another live stream. This is Warrior Insights. We talk about geopolitics, politics, and anything you like to talk about. We like to debate here over on this channel. Started this Twitch stream, I think about a few weeks ago. Actually, no, like 2 weeks ago. And I actually started the channel months ago. So if you're new here, I am a recent graduate from Johns Hopkins University. I graduated last semester, and I took the content creating route because I realized, well, a lot of content creators that push out information in regards to topics like this, well, I just say that they need a little bit more learning or research. So that's why I kind of started doing this. But that being said, I think it's interesting to note that a lot of content creators, when they first start out, it's kind of discouraging because, well, if you watch my first few streams, it was not good. It was really not good. But, you know, slowly I was getting better and better. Like today, like you'll kind of notice the stream chat, I'm just like spamming test. Because if you notice, like I was actually fixing my chat box, but you know, that got better. But yeah, you know, I am a new streamer, just started and just getting to know a few things, know a few people. Yesterday, that was my best stream ever in regards to more individuals interacting with me. I had a lot of people that were like just super interested. Like we were talking, it really went there. I had at least 5 people in that chat, and I found it crazy. Initially, I only wanted to stream for 1 hour, but I pushed it all the way up until like 2 hours and 30 minutes, which I was proud of myself. And I realized, you know, growth is very slow. But yeah, starting out as content creating on this channel has been a blessing. I wanted to thank everyone on here. I invested a lot into this, like a new camera, a new lighting, and today I invested in a new mic. I've been watching the past streams, and what ended up happening, I realized the audio quality was horrible because my former mic used to be this. This used to be the old mic, and I would kind of like lay it on my laptop, but it would catch my computer, and it would catch like me, and you hear this weird feedback. I'm hoping this works. I just invested in this right now. At least I hope it does. I did test it out. It should work. It should. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone here. And as always, before I get into it, I always need to put a professional disclaimer, because I think one of the things that I've noticed around content creators when they start out talking about this, things get a little interesting, is that, well, how do I put this? They say a lot of unprofessional things. And for me, I that's not how I roll. I like putting disclaimers, like everything that you see in Warrior Insights is nothing but of my own personal insights. And I don't want anything to get misconstrued, and I always put up a professional appearance. I am professional with everyone that is professional with me. So, the views and opinions presented herein are those of the author and do not necessarily represent the views of the DoD or its components. Appearances of or reference to any commercial products or services does not constitute DoD endorsement of these products or services. The appearance of external hyperlinks does not constitute DoD endorsement of the linked websites or the information or products therein. Everything you see here is my own opinion. I am not a representative of anyone else at this moment. I am just speaking my own opinion and my own analysis in regards to everything. Now, that being said, let's get right into the show. So right now, this is my Twitch channel. Currently, we are live as of right now. And so I think it's interesting. Yo, I started out this channel just 2 weeks ago, and already we have 17 followers. I find that awesome. I got 17 followers right now. I started 2 weeks ago and I got 17. It's something that I'm personally proud of. You know, you gotta start somewhere. You know, when I first started content creating, it has been discouraging. I'm not gonna lie, because when you first start out, you see all these people with like thousands of people on their live stream, and it's like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get there. And for me, it's like, you know what? I have to start somewhere. Give me 1 second. Like, you gotta start somewhere. And I think by actually doing this, slowly getting better, I have no doubt that with consistency, I'll get to a point where it's gonna be like, there's gonna be a lot of people on this. I could just tell. I mean, I've actually had friends over, well, not even friends. I've had people that were interested in my streamings or my content were like, oh my god, this is gonna blow up. I'm hoping they're right. I like to see that they're right, but you know, I'm gonna keep this up as best as I can, as much as I can. I like doing this because it's fun. You know, a lot of content creators, when they get on here, they kind of like Hail Mary it, in the sense of they'll quit their job, they'll quit everything. There was this story of a lady with her 3 kids. I mentioned it yesterday in last stream, where she just gave up everything with her kids to... Would you by any chance be able to add me back? Yes, Finn, I am down, and thank you for the follow. Of course I will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I definitely will. Once the stream is done, I got you. But thank you for jumping in. Thank you for following. Yeah, so Fane over here, you know, this is a good point. I joined a Facebook group, and that's been helping out. I'm actually reaching to other content creators that are on the smaller end, just like me. And you know what? We need to help each other out. We have to help each other out. We gotta, like, there's collaboration involved, and the more people you kind of collaborate with as a beginning streamer, the better your chances are. And that's what I like about it. But yeah, like, I got 17 followers right now, and I want to show you. Consistency does pay off. So currently right now, I think, well, is that me right now? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, take a look. This was yesterday's stream. 43 views. 43 views. Yes, exactly. You have to start somewhere. Like, you need to start somewhere. Because what ends up happening is that people just get discouraged. And I'm like, no. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pressing. And right now, this is proof. Vane, you are right. We got to start somewhere. So. Okay. This is my YouTube channel. Obviously, it is low, but this is the backup option. If something goes wrong, if you stop seeing me on Twitch, come here, because something happened. I anticipate it. A lot of content creators, when they talk about geopolitics, politics, they get into trouble. Someone says something. For me, I had to look up Twitch stream terms of service. That's not going to be me. And if you just jumped on the stream, I'm letting you know this up front in regards to my credentials. That's not it. That's my undergraduate degree in the back. But I graduated from Johns Hopkins last semester, where researching, studying, and talking about geopolitics was my thing. And for me, I think I found a kind of strange is like when you see it on social media, you have people that are very amazing content creators, but the stuff that they preach is it's a little bit of not correct. And I respect everybody's opinion. I don't want people just to come on here and specifically agree with me. That's just boring. I think I had like, yeah, 2 streams ago, I had someone named Soviet. He came on here, he disagreed, and I tried to talk, but then he jumped in the stream the day later, and then we kind of chatted it out. And we did. So yeah, there's that. I mean, when I first started Twitch, I'm like, oh my god, if I talk about this, I'm gonna get pulled. But then I looked at it closely. As long as you don't say something unhinged, you're fine. Like, I remember when I was on TikTok, I saw the stream where she was all like, oh, Twitch is horrible, Twitch is awful, I can't believe that they would pull me. And I looked at the TikTok that she had. Oh, lady, some of the stuff you're saying is really unhinged. Like, here's the thing. People that disagree with my content, like, they're gonna dig through my stuff. Dig away. I'm not saying anything unprofessional. I'm not saying anything crazy, and I'm not demeaning anybody. I'm not violating Twitch terms of service. I'm treating everybody with kindness and respect. The only instance I'd ever pull somebody from the chat is when they violate TOS. Like, if they start, like, saying inappropriate things on the chat, I'm gonna have to pull you. And it's not because of, like, you know what I mean. Like, I have to make sure that this channel stays up. Because there's a lot of trolls. When I started live streaming on TikTok, I would like live stream, and the second somebody came in, they started like, you know, being super sexual, super hypo. Like, there have been trolls on TikTok live where if you invite them in but you don't vet them, they'll straight up like flash you like inappropriate, you know, adult material, and that'll get you in trouble. So I'm like, nope, not gonna be me. And speaking of TikTok, here is my TikTok so far. It used to be 100 followers like a month ago. Now we are at 3,712. Yay. It's consistency, and growth. And if you're new here on the channel, this is Geopolitics, and I do respond to some content creators, and I do dispel false information. Because here's the thing. Information comes out faster than we can verify it. It's called, with information warfare, that's the new realm where information comes out faster than people can verify it. So as a result, we get not so correct news. What was it? There was this one that got pretty big, and then there was another one. Oh my gosh, please don't tell me it got pulled. Yeah, and here's another one. Basically, these content creators kind of like saw what was trending on Twitch and TikTok, and went with it. But the problem was it was fake, and I'm like, oh my god, stop. So I had to say something. And every time I do one of these stitches, I respect people and I actually back it up with evidence and the receipts that I got. And if you haven't noticed my profile, my the Warrior Insights thing, it's a cat. I love cats, so I use kind of cats to help meme my stuff, and it has been successful so far. I will say this though, seeing this yesterday was kind of a hype moment. I love talking about space. Like, okay, Twitch is like video games, like Mass Effect, Star Wars, Star Trek. I love all of those things where it's like it talks about like space. In this lifetime, I want to go to space. And with Russia and China, like saying, "Oh, we're gonna, have a nuclear power plant on the moon." Well, that might kick off the next space race. One can hope. One can hope. Now, I do have an Instagram, but just keep in mind, I still need to clean it out. So, I've gotten with other content creators that can help me out in regards to building my stuff. So, I'm working with one right now, and she's helping me build my Twitch channel, and that's been going pretty well so far. And I've also hired. I've also like got in contact with another one where she's going to review some my TikTok and my Twitch account to kind of see where I can improve on. And here's the thing: I always look for feedback. So you, my audience, if there's any feedback that you like to say, so help me say it. So for example, like when it came to stuff like this, they said it was so loud, and I had to cut it off as best as I could. So I'm like, okay, let me just pull down the mixer. Let me blast this mic up. Let me lower down the desktop so that way it's not destroying people's microphone ears. And I don't like doing that. I don't. But yeah, this is my Instagram. So I did get in touch with somebody. What this person said was, I'll boost I should have. This was Red Flags City. Like, this person told me that I'm gonna help you get some views. I'll get you followers on Instagram. I'm good with that. Okay, cool. This person filled my Instagram with bot accounts. And here's the problem: when you fill a channel, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch with bot, Twitch will like hammer you if you do that. But when it comes to if you build your account with fake profiles, like the account will be dead in the water. It won't push it out. So I'm probably once my Twitch is kind of set up, like my TikTok, my TikTok is up. Okay, it's just growing as it is. Like, I'm good. My Twitch is steadily growing. It's kind of getting there. Once those two are kind of solidified, I'm going to have to fix up my Instagram. I'm probably going to have to get with somebody because this is just, not copacetic. Just dying right now. Dying, I'm telling you. Because I'm pretty sure most of these followers are bots, so I need to get with somebody to clean it out. I know if you clean this out all of a sudden, it's going to completely destroy your channel and it'll kind of flag it, so I'm kind of avoiding that. Anyways, on to the meat and potatoes of this stuff. So if you remembered in the beginning of the stream, I said people say some unhinged stuff. Well, I've been digging into this this channel on Instagram, Jew Hate Database, and it's been, give me 1 second. It's been very interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's take a look at this. Again, you can go through the rest of my channel. I keep it I'm not gonna violate. If you don't violate Twitch terms of service, you're fine. Literally, all of my social, I've always, whenever it came to social media, now that I'm older, I'm kind of more adhered to this. But it's pretty much this: would I be proud of saying this years from now? Is this gonna screw me years from now? But a lot of people, they don't think. They don't think, and as a result, they say stuff on the internet. But here's the thing: you got a, what do they call it? Digital footprint, and people can go back and start looking up stuff. So, meet this person. Oh my god. Hey, Twitch, if you're reading this, I am not violating terms of service. Anti-Semitism stuff. And she just says all this crazy, oh my god. People, social media is not a real place. It isn't. All this crazy unhinged stuff, it is just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that... See, look at this. This will even have your boss's emails, phone numbers. They will go... they are going to make... I don't know. I've never said anything unhinged. And I follow this channel because it's kind of a testament to, look, don't do that. Twitch... I know, right? They're oh my god. Dude, okay, so I think it was yesterday. I jumped in another. He was an anarchist. I jumped on his stream, and he said, "Okay, he said genocide." And on Twitch, not Twitch, TikTok, you're in trouble if you say that word. So that's why, like, they're gonna say G word. They're gonna say like, they'll find ways around the censors so they don't get their thing pulled out the FYP. Hey, Cheapom 204, thank you for the follow. Follow. Yes, I got you. Once this is done. Hey, so Fane and Cheapom, I got you. Don't worry. It's on here. You have my word. Pinky promise. You got my word. I will follow you right back after the stream. Thank you for the follow. Ah, this is so exciting. But yeah, I mean, I'm telling you. Yes, I got you. But yeah, I'm telling you, like, social media is unhinged. You have to take a break. You gotta, like, step back from it sometimes and realize, okay, I'm in the real world, you know? That being said, oh, so you're probably wondering why I got onto Twitch and started streaming. Well, I am working with an agency. So happy they saw my TikTok and I wanted to expand it. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna take my streams and they're gonna work on it, and I'm gonna start being with them next month. They're gonna look at my streams, they're gonna look for small little clips, and they're gonna take it and make it into this, so they'll push me out. This is how I bumped into Destiny, this is how I bumped into other live streamers that I follow, and I think it is a perfect strategy for me, especially because, like, once people start kind of seeing the short clips, very rarely will I see somebody jump on here for the first time and join. Like, that actually happened, like, yesterday. Yesterday, I had people jump on stream, and for the first time, they actually stayed through, which I find it crazy and exciting, and it's so much fun. And Rhodes, sorry. Rhodes, my excitement, I almost knocked out my laptop. Rhodes, I know you and I were going to be working together pretty soon. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to any sort of collaboration. And as always, if you want to jump in and work together to do a dual stream, I'm so down because this is fun for me. I can do this for all time. But I'd love to do this where it's like short clips of me and they'll push it out. And I find it exciting. It's exciting. Nope, wrong one. Wrong one. Who knows? Maybe I might blow up. To be continued. I'm just out of curiosity. Do you guys know where this is from? Do you guys know where that's from? We'll find out. If not, you'll find out. You gotta learn anime. Gotta love your anime. Alright, So, in my TikToks, the one thing that's been helping me push growth into my channel was using, like, breaking news stories and putting cats on top of it. I mean, I love cats and I love breaking news. And I do this stuff, and oh my god, it does blow up my stuff. So, that original video was, like, trying to give this tabby a bath, and it's freaking out. It's sad but hilarious. So, TikTok might be banned in the United States tomorrow. Now, check this out. It came from this. The bill that could ban TikTok in the U.S. gains momentum in Congress. Legislation that would force China's based ByteDance to divest from TikTok or risk a ban in the U.S. and expected to clear committee this week, setting up a future House vote floor. Now, that's where things started, like, kind of kicking a gear. Nearly after a year after TikTok CEO was grilled on Capitol Hill, House Republicans and Democrats are joining together on legislation that would force its parent company, ByteDance, to divest from TikTok or risk the U.S. banning it from the App Store. The bill is co-authorized by bipartisan leaders of the Select Committee of the Chinese Communist Party, Chairman Mike Gallagher and Ranking Member Representative... Oh my gosh, I apologize. I cannot say that. Who will also serve in the Intelligence Committee. Both lawmakers returned from a visit of Taiwan and the greater Indo-Pacific region. Okay. U.S. lawmakers and intelligence officials are concerned that TikTok could be used by the Chinese government to access personal data from more than 150 million users. I'm just letting you know, if you got a TikTok, they've already accessed your stuff. They have. For me, what I've done, I make sure that if I have to upload something, they don't have access to all my photos and videos. I do not want them having access to all my photos and videos for obvious reasons. The thing is that TikTok can look through anything and everything. At my live stream yesterday on TikTok, what ended up happening, I was dual streaming, had both, and I was talking, one of the viewers brought up Nikki Haley. Well, one of the problems is, as I was talking about it, I'm looking down and something popped up at the bottom. Learn more about U.S. elections, and I realized, oh my gosh, like this thing can listen to you 24/7. I mean, I know for a fact China, they got rid of all their Apple devices because they were worried about the same thing. Testifying for Congress, CEO Shou Zi has denied that the Chinese government controls the video sharing app and pushed back suggestions that China access users' data. The bill is an outright ban on TikTok, no matter how much the authors try to disguise it. This is the legislation that will trample on the First Amendment rights and deprive 5 million small businesses of a platform they rely to grow and create jobs. I'm not kidding you. Some people, like, here's unfortunately the tough part about this. There's a lot of people that actually rely on TikTok for their income. And by doing this, it might cause issues. We'll see, though. Where do I stand with this, personally? I'm going to say everything, and then I'll let you know what it is. The top Democrat on the Chinese panel was pressed on Wednesday about why the Biden re-election campaign is using TikTok if it is a national security threat. I'm not going to tell them how to run the campaign. I don't have a TikTok access on my personal devices, and it's, banned on public devices. I would just say we know what the facts are, and I would just ask people to be very careful and cautious on it. Yes. I gotta tell you, people are not smart when it comes to social media. Like, they'll just say stupid things. Like, it'll have access to a lot of things. So when you click on the link for the committee, this is an article kind of leading up to it. It's a 24-member panel consisting of both Democrats and Republicans, a joint effort together. And I find it interesting, United States of America, it's like, America, ever since its inception of being born as a country, has always been kind of divided. So, like, in the beginning, we had loyalists versus patriots. Then it was federalists versus anti-federalists. Then Democrat, I'm not sure, don't quote me on this one, Democrat Republicans versus Whigs. And now it led up to now what we have is Democrats versus Republicans. Like, it's always been like that. The one time that it's never been like that is in, like, I'll give you an example. In times of war, when they kind of unanimously voted, if you're on the other side, you're in trouble. I mean, there's a reason, like, so Admiral Yamamoto was like, after Pearl Harbor, I've seen this float around a lot where he said, I fear we have awoken a sleeping giant, is actually, how do I put this? It's not that's not a real quote. It was like either a ghost quote or a phantom quote. I forgot the actual terminology. But like the similar to how they would say, oh, behind every blade of grass is a gun in America. Yeah, that both of those quotes weren't real-ish. It's still debated. But I will say this. America, when it's like combined and united as a country in regards to war, it is something to be reckoned with. It's not a pretty day if you're on the other end. I'm just saying. So, there's Douyin and there's this TikTok. So the difference between the two companies is that, well, same company owns both Douyin and both TikTok. But Douyin is vastly different from TikTok. In TikTok, you could just endlessly scroll on your phone. There is no time limits. Douyin has time limits. And another thing that some people do bring up, I'm still researching into this, but TikTok, it has a lot of interesting. Oh, sorry. Press the wrong button. There's a lot of interesting things. Like I looked at Reddit. Douyin is heavily censored too, not just TikTok. With Douyin, like if it sees any blood, it's gonna take it off the For You page. I don't know how that one runs, but it is heavily censored compared to TikTok. Now both are kind of censored in their own way, but Douyin is a little more extreme. But Douyin has a time limit. Not only that, it's a little more incentivized for young children to kind of like pursue different career paths, be more nationalistic. In my experience in TikTok, being on there, it's been nothing full of anti-American propaganda. I've seen pro-North Korean propaganda on TikTok. I found that crazy. When I first logged in and I straight up saw people arguing about, now that I mention it, and now that I actually have the means to actually show you guys, I'm actually going to show you North Korea space map. Do you remember this photo? People were debating that this photo was fake and part of the imperialistic propaganda. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, you mean to tell me that all of these photos are fake? I mean, you know, the TikTok honestly does need a little bit of adjustment. I mean, here's the thing. With YouTube, they do their best to suppress disinformation. Because I know back then during 2020, if you said anything about the pandemic or related to the virus, they had to find ways around it. Because so much misinformation was being spread around. This is a really good article, and I'm actually going to post it in the chat. It's your decision to read it, but I would highly suggest taking a look at it. It's a really good article kind of explaining one of the difficulties about Chinese private firms. So, the TikTok CEO, he says, oh, we're not run by China or anything like that. It's not affiliated with the CCP. But one of the biggest problems is that a lot of the companies in China are state-owned because it is a communist country. And as a result, what ends up happening is that that country can't, well, not that country, China can use that to access information. It's an example. Now, if you are smart and do what I did, you restrict some of its information. It's not that my phone is not connected to any other of my social media apps unless it's not connected to any of my social media apps other than Twitch, and that's it. Here's the thing: if you had your phone and you can connect it to other apps, that's when you're kind of in the. It connects to your contacts, your Instagram, your private photos, your private videos. I don't want any. Like, it's not, you kidding me? It will, like, search through anything and everything. And I saw this op-ed written by U.S. Senator Jim Reich. Yeah, notably, children as young as 13, so, like, it's affecting the younger generation. TikTok is different because its parent company, ByteDance, is based in China, and the Chinese government could seize and exploit user data at any time. And here's the thing, like, my TikTok, like, I've made money off of TikTok. Like, I've made money off of it. Not a lot of money, but I have made some money off of TikTok. And, you know, a lot of people, they will link their TikTok accounts to their bank accounts because they want a direct deposit. I don't do that. It's connected to my PayPal. So worst case scenario, it'll just suck out of my PayPal, which I don't have anything there. I would never connect your bank account to your TikTok, because that's how when bad things can happen. So, I mean, you know, hypothetical scenario, just imagine with this me for a second. Let's say one day they decided to hack it and pull your money out of your bank account. You're in trouble. You can't pull out of my you can't pull out of my PayPal. I mean, you could try to, but there's nothing there. When logged in, all TikTok users are subjected to an algorithm that hooks their interest with sensational content of the app's choosing. While some of the no, there were two trends that I remembered. One trend was the cotton ball trend. The cotton ball trend, you would take a piece of cotton and eat it, and it would fill you up. So that way you lose weight. But again, I've been working out for around like 10 years and so. That's not how it works. That's wrong. And also another one, I saw another trend where the trend is you're on a moving boat. The boat's moving at full speed and you jump off the moving boat. Well, here's the thing. Both trends, you get deleted. Like, permanently. You know, game over. Because the first one, people were eating so much of it, they ended up developing GI issues. The second one, people were breaking their necks. Because here's the thing. You don't just hit the... It's not like in the movies where you hit the water and you go right on in. When you hit the water, you'll smack... That surface tension, you'll smack into it. And then you go in. If you jumped off of a moving boat, you're gonna hit the water like it's concrete. And a lot of these people that jumped off the moving boat, I don't know how they did it, what posture there was. They landed in such a way where their neck was exposed and it cracked. Like, that happened. Oh, I actually did it on command. That's cool. So, like, it cracked. And so, obviously, you know, when you crack a part of the spine, anything below that stops working. So, these people drowned, unfortunately. The algorithm, okay. Oh my god. The algorithm also encourages users to create sexualized content under the guise it will attract digital stardom through views and likes. Furthermore, TikTok's algorithm has okay, well, I understand this person's a Republican, so... Water after a certain height is... Yes, exactly. What you can change, you are exactly right. After a certain height, like that, like, if you hit it, it's gonna It's gonna be bad, man. It's no, no. You are right. What can you can change? You. Well, I love that little arrowish. I don't know. I'm still new here, so I'm not looking at the symbols. But you are correct. You are correct, sir. But yeah. Okay, so obviously this part is like, topics censored off the app. Okay, hey, I've read the Twitch terms of service. There's a reason why I'm not reading that part. It's me, Rhodes. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, Rhodes, welcome to the other account. This is awesome. Oh, nice. Hey, give me a follow as well on this other account, and I'll follow you in the other account. Yes. Let's dual stream. I'm so down for it. I shared alarming violations to the FTC commissioner. Safeguarding data, protecting our kids and grandkids, restricting the Chinese Communist Party, does not use TikTok to manipulate data. There is no question that American values do not align with the CCP. U.S. failure could well result in our own battle to correct CCP propaganda. Now, let me see something. Well, this is the Twitch terms of service. We're not going to go into that. I'm going to say this up front. So, geopolitics time. So, there's something called hard power and there's something called soft power. Hard power, hey, thank you for the follow. There are two things called soft power and hard power. When we talked about hard power, we're talking about militaries. So like armies, tanks, navy, airplanes. The ability to like enforce stuff with the use of hard power military might. So for example, North Korea uses hard power. They don't want anyone going into their country or invading it at the threat of nuclear warfare. Russia uses hard power to ensure no one goes into Ukraine to help them out. Those are two examples right there. Soft power is a little bit different and interesting. Soft power is you're influencing the culture. So with America, I remember back in the 70s or 80s, like 70s, 80s, or 90s, the golden age of Disney was, woo, everybody, like all over the world. There was that, like everybody knew about the Disney princesses. Star Wars was a big one all over the world. You have stuff like that. Now, in modern day, when we're looking at other things, in regards to soft power, Japan, like anime, like are you kidding? Well, hold up. I don't have anything close on me in arm's reach, but anime is an example for Japan. K-pop for Korea. With China, because of censorship, there has been a soft power issue. Because compare it to Korea or Japan, not as much, but they do have TikTok. So that's their example of soft power. Now, with soft power, you can kind of influence the culture. So similar to, oh, you know what? Give me 1 second. Let me show you something. If you watch South Park, let me see if it shows. Okay, so by the way, if you know Japanese, chinpo, like it's chinpo, I think it means like, you know, penis. Well, it means Pete. Is it this one? Oh yeah, my sensor bar is broken today, so can't work it. Here, take a look. Oh, here.
Thing from Japan. I tell you, those Japanese really know how to market to kids.
I've got to collect all Chimpokemon. I've got to collect them all so I can become Royal Crown Chimpoko Master. Oh.
Buy all the Chimpokemon and you will have happy feelings.
I have to become Royal Crown Chimpoko Master.
Yeah, so if you watch the rest of the episode, it was kind of a way to brainwash the kids to like fight for the Japanese army, and I find that pretty cool. But this is kind of like an example, or like an over-exaggerated example of soft power. But it's one way I can kind of relate to it, where you can kind of like influence the culture through other means. And you know, where was he? This senator is correct. They do have the ability to influence it through TikTok. Because some videos they can push out through their algorithm, and some videos that they can suppress. However, one of the difficulties is you cannot prove that. Unless you had a physical documentation, unless somebody was a whistleblower, you cannot prove that. During the entire Senate hearing, both the first one and the second one, he was playing dumb. And here's the thing. He can play dumb because you can't prove it. I don't know, man. when it comes to some of these Senate staffers, or like you kind of need to help them out. So speaking of, yesterday was Super Tuesday, and Adam Schiff won a primary victory here in California. However, okay, we're gonna let this ad play for another 25 seconds while I drink some water. I'm muting it because if it has certain music, I'm kind of screwed. Speaking of, let's actually just blow this up just a little bit. All right, here we go.
In particular, I want to thank my family. My wife Eve is here tonight. This is my wife Eve. I want to thank. I want to thank you all.
See this, Mary?
Thank you all so much.
Okay, I'm laughing. Take a look at the back. Streaming link limit reached. Ugh. One day I will have that problem. One day.
We are so lucky to live in a democracy where we all have the right to protest. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all so much. And in particular, in addition to my wonderful wife, Eve.
I love how everyone in the background's like, bro, come on.
I also want to thank my daughter, Alexa, and my son, Eli.
God dang. Wait, what? Are they chanting BLM now? I guess they are chanting BLM.
Look forward to working with you all. Thank you. And let's go on and with this thing.
I will say, this is only happening on one side of the political aisle, and I honestly do feel bad for them. Like, everyone's kind of pressuring the Democrats to do more. I'm just saying they pick a hell of a time. They picked a hell of a time to do this with election year. I know yesterday we talked about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in regards to what happened to her yesterday. I mean, I honestly felt bad for her, really. I'm like, press F to pay respects to her and to everybody else getting this, because they are getting the treatment. Every time when I see like a Democratic senator or a politician get up there, they're always getting interrupted by pro-Palestinian protests. I have yet to, I don't want to put my money where my mouth. Let's put my money where my mouth is and verify this. Republican politician, pro-Palestine protest. I doubt we're going to see any of this. No, I don't see any. Ooh. Actually, wait. No, hold up. Wait. I want to see this. Hold up. I did not see this part. I want to see this.
I'm a negotiator.
Ironically, he actually made the situation worse.
I've done very well over the years through negotiation. It's very important that we do that. Tougher than Chris. Okay.
God, when Trump was at era, man, he got everybody. I want to see this. Trump got my respect because you said that Palestine is a country. One of the few times Palestinians are not. Oh my gosh. Do not pledge allegiance to. Oh my gosh. Ironically, this was 8 years ago. And now. Trump breaks the silence on Israel's military campaign in Gaza. He wants to, quote, finish the problem. Former president has largely avoided weighing in on Gaza as President Joe Biden has faced faced criticism within the Democratic coalition over his support for Israel. Now, Donald Trump has declared on Tuesday that Israel must, quote, finish the problem. His most definitive position ever since the terror group that unfortunately unalived 1,200 Israelis. You gotta finish the problem. You had a horrible invasion that took place that never would have happened if I was president. He always says this. When asked on the program whether he supported the ceasefire, avoided the explicit position. You see, here's the thing. I'm seeing so many comments, they're mixing up, like, I hear 36,000, 38,000. I saw one comment say 40,000. I am aware, like, currently I'm not aware. I would say, like, to my knowledge, it's 30,000. It's not 40,000. I don't know. Frankly, they've gotten soft. They never should have happened. Okay, just more of any of that stuff. I don't know. You know, it's interesting because I hear from a lot of individuals that are progressive. Sylvie, if you're on here, I'm curious to see if your thoughts on this, or if anyone who's progressive, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Because the thing is that we're not gonna vote for. Again, I'll be honest with you. I don't feel like voting. I don't feel like voting. Honestly, in some situations, I have every right to comment. I comment, but in regards to voting, I don't feel like I can do that. I have my own personal opinions. Maybe one day I can kind of like explain it further. But in regards to like all of this stuff, I don't know, man. My question that I always kind of pitched, I actually pitched it on a form of TikTok, kind of explaining like, look, it's either like it or not. It's, you know, here's somebody mentioned it yesterday. Now with Nikki Haley dropping out, it's just him. So best of both worlds. Like, you gotta pick one or the other. In my opinion. I mean, I'm trying to... In some of the conversations that I've had, one person ended up explaining that they kind of want to punish the DNC because they want a candidate that represents them. And I guess they want to do, like, short-term gains, which I can understand. And that's one of the only arguments that I kind of understood in regards to any of that. Moving away from America, now we're kind of checking out... This I talked about this op-ed. I kind of don't want to do it, honestly. Oop. Okay, I messed it up. Well, anyways. So a lot of people are kind of explaining, are kind of wondering about what's going on in regards to the situation in Gaza. So it's a humanitarian effort. It's a humanitarian, honestly, disaster at this point because a significant amount of individuals are starving. So before I took it out, let me just actually look it up. Gaza, people starving. See, I gotta be careful. I have to be super careful because what ends up happening to a lot of people, so on TikTok, people were taken by surprise. I mentioned yesterday you had like people on the stream, they'll literally look at a video of like sorry, on TikTok there are photos and videos of people, well, being deleted. Like, you will see actual videos of people like in states of like like I saw one TikTok, someone was in a state like decomposing, and I'm like, why is this on here? Like, if you had any sort of like gore, any sort of sexual explicit material, like they will pull that from the account. I don't know why I was there, but obviously people got upset and started crying. Well, they cried and then they posted it on TikTok and they edited it, so it makes them look good. But one of the things that was going viral was a photo of a boy starving, like he was severely malnourished. And so I decided to look it up. The risk of famine was periodic and getting worse. More than a quarter of the 2.3 million were estimated to face catastrophic levels of deprivation and starvation. Now, aid's not going in. One of the things that I looked up in regards to understanding about warfare was something called this, winning hearts and minds. Now, before when I went into the program, well, again, these are my own personal views and from the research that I've done, can't comment on anybody else's, but this strategy is not necessarily of trying to be friends with everybody. This strategy, what I ended up learning was, how do you make, there's violence and chaos all around, I need to pick a side, I need to pick a side of I need to pick what side is going to ensure that I'm going to survive. So I'll give you an example of this. Mexico drug war is a battle for hearts and minds. So I will post this in the chat if you are interested. So here's that. So in some instances in the Mexican cartels down south of the border, there are some citizens, so some Mexican, like there are Mexicans. I remember reading it in this article or in another article. They were explaining the situation that every time when they get a knock on the door, it's from a cartel. And so they obviously, you know, pay for your protection, you know, pay your taxes, pay your dues. So they'll pay them, but the problem is sometimes someone else comes in and say, "Hey, did you pay them? You're in trouble. Now you pay us." Because all these weaker cartels were kind of trying to control the area. Now, you know what? I need to make sure I don't mess this up. Yeah, these guys, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, when they came into power and they went into the town, that problem was gone. They were the only cartel to pay off in that village. Now, why is that important? Because they took care of the people there and they only had to pay one cartel taxes. As a result, that was kind of like winning hearts and minds. There's chaos within the region and they need to pick a side. In regards to what is going on, I can see that this is an example of this to a degree. In the sense, by ensuring that, well, theory mode, this is theory mode, okay? On the ground it could be different. By preventing food, water, and aid going into the strip, now they have to make the decision. The ruling government of the Gaza Strip, which I cannot say because you cannot mention any terrorist organizations on here, but H Group, they are the ones responsible for maintaining order and control in the region. Because it's going out of hand, because everyone is starving, because nobody can control what's going on, and you also have the PIJ running around crazy over there as well, it is on them to control it. Now, if this continues, more than likely, at the point of risk of starvation, you know, I had a friend who is, we were talking about this. He said that the national identity of Palestinian is resistance. And I agree with him. I can see that. But the argument I'm saying is this. At some point, if you're starving and one hand does not have any food and the other hand has food, people are more likely to grab the hand with the food. Going back to this, I had the op-ed. And I just realized that was going to tie into this. But that op-ed was an example. They want to control the region for more than longer. This is kind of an example of this. Showing that they want to control the region longer. Because if they do, and with H Group eliminated, then Israel is sort of safer in the long run. Oh, this one. Okay, I found this one pretty interesting. I actually, oh my gosh. See, you don't get to see what I see sometimes, and here's one of them. Is there any way? No, I can't. So you kind of look at the top of my head. I'm starting to learn not to have debates with individuals on stream. Debates with individuals on TikTok for one reason and one reason alone is because, well, it's kind of oh, how do I put this? It's kind of time consuming. For me, it's kind of like a burden where it's like I'm trying to talk to these people, but they kind of don't listen to me. Which the joke's on me. The joke's on me for assuming that someone's gonna listen over TikTok. And then, what was it? They were literally in a war zone. What do you expect, LMAO? Yes, I get that the mistakes can be made, but come on, like almost deleting a prime minister of another country. Come on now. Not keeping track of all politicians in the area, much less an insignificant one like the Greeks. And here's the thing. This should be recorded. Oh, where was it? The one thing I don't like about TikTok, it kind of shows you, like, your comments are all over the place. But I mentioned, it's like, hey, if... Yeah, here it is. Oh, wrong one. NATO would have gotten involved had something had happened. I'm glad it didn't. Because then that would have been World War III. I'm glad it didn't. Yeah. You know what? Let me just refresh this. I just realized something. Would this explain the low view count? Oh. Okay, you know what? We're learning. We're learning. We're making mistakes. We're learning. I want to see the comments. We wouldn't see any more if our country actually stopped. Oh my god. People are still commenting on this TikTok that I made. What's so controversial about this? I didn't think this was controversial, but everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got a mind for it. I was like, oh my gosh. And I have to be careful not to, like, the wrong word's gonna get me in trouble or pull from TOS. Hell no. Oh, let me show you something. While we're taking a detour, look at this. Someone come and look at this. My mouth dropped when I saw that. I was like, there is no way. They're like that. Like, I had to watch the full thing, and I'm like, the amount of anti-Semitism you can get away with on social media is crazy. Well,
why it is such a problem to think of Jews as just a religion. Mostly because Jews who were, targeted and hunted down during the Holocaust, they were hunted down not for their religion, but for being ethnically Jewish, for being seen as non-European. That is why they were hunted down throughout Europe to be put into death camps because of their ethnicity, not their religion. It did not matter if you converted to another religion, you were still hunted. It didn't matter if you were a non-religious Jew. They still hunted you down and put you in camps. This is the dangers of seeing Jews as just a religious group. You're erasing our history and one of the driving factors in the Shoah.
it just boggles my mind sometimes when I'm like, yo, pause for a second. Do you see how bad that looks? Just hold up. Just look at the beginning few seconds.
Identify the
Just, lady.
Jews from the Christian German.
There is no context that makes this look good. Like what? Like you could stitch any of my clips. You can like pull anything. There's nothing that I said out of context that's crazy like this. Like this? Oh my god. I find that pretty insane. I find that pretty crazy, honestly. Where it's like you would be blatantly this, like nobody is this blatantly dumb. Like I'll be honest with you. Like nobody is blatantly like this crazy that you'll put it on the internet for everyone to see forever. Like this is on there forever. It's never coming out. It's on there forever. I'm like, what are you like? You are crazy. Crazy. That's all I gotta say. That was my side tangent. Coming back. Yeah, a missile exploded next to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and other sources. A Russian missile exploded in Ukrainian port of Odessa, just hundreds of feet away from where President Volodymyr Zelensky was meeting with the Greek Prime Minister, according to sources and officials. I swear, had that hit them, that would have caused an article. And let me look this up again. Yeah, Article 5 would have been triggered, and we would have had World War 3. Now, granted, I'm not sure Russia would be able to take on all of NATO, but had that happened, there would have been a World War 3 situation. That would have been bad. Okay, you know what? So, Soviet, if anyone was on here on yesterday's stream, so yesterday I said, okay, you know what? I think we're going to look into Project 2025. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of a break because I got to use the bathroom. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually take a look at Project 2025. And I ended up realizing the later the stream is, the better. Because I'm starting to notice a lot more people coming into the chat. So, here's what we're going to do. We are going to take a quick little break. And we are going to look at... I'm going to get the stuff ready. I'm going to get the stream ready to take a look at Project 2025. So, I will be right back. And I hope you'll be back too. Feel free to grab a snack, go to the bathroom, do whatever you gotta do. I'll be back here in 5 minutes. And we are back. Now, before I used to do like 1 hour stream, but yesterday I'm like, oh, I got a new need to do 2 hour streams. And what I ended up noticing was that the longer the stream was, the more people were hopping on. Just doing 1 hour streams wasn't like, I mean, you know, when I did a 1 hour stream, I had like 2 to 3 people. But yesterday was proof. I had 6 people on here. I saw the number, like, I always have the number up here. Viewers, I looked at it. I got a lot of viewers yesterday. I was so happy with that. I think one of the things that I was doing was I'm reaching out to other people as well, where it's like, okay, you know what, this is my thing, this is my mojo, this is my niche, and it's honestly been working. So the first part is, you know, I've actually found like a way to kind of structure this now, where it's gonna be 2 hours. So the first hour was more like looking at geopolitical news and reacting. The second one is gonna be reacting to TikToks. God, I mean, just okay, let me tell you. Yeah, Ghost told me he talked to you a while back. That's Viper. Oh, okay. He did? Oh, okay. Hold up, wait. You know. Did he? Hold up, wait. Is he up on here? I don't see. I don't remember anyone named Did they? Because I don't remember them reaching out to me. Because I have my thing up here. I don't see them. I mean, it's fine, you know. It's fine. Oh, that was Ghost X. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. That was Ghost. That was like, who is Ghost X? I'm like, oh, that's Viper. Gotcha. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope everybody here enjoys it. You know, you gotta start somewhere. But we had a good stream yesterday. There were so many people that came on. I was so happy. I need to find better ways to like kind of push my Twitch stream out there. I have to find at least some ways. But you know, that collab, I know it's tomorrow. I'm actually gonna message you later about this because tomorrow I'm looking forward to it. But like tomorrow, I think it's gonna be an even better stream where we get to talk and have more participation. Because I'm also gonna push it out to my individuals and friends as well, and I think it's gonna be a good stream. But yeah, we need to react to TikTok. So here's the thing: this part of the show. This part of the stream, it's not going to be just geopolitics. There are some things that I need to talk about that kind of brought back my earlier stream into like kind of more better context. So let's go back to the show. So there are there are things that you can verify, like with the age of with the age of the internet, you can verify stuff now. So if you say something, we're going to look it up. And if you're lying, we're going to know. And hold up, you know what? I am a junkie for notifications. Thank you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the likes. Yeah, but we can see it, you're lying. Now, I'll look at this. By the way, Uzumaki Hottie. Okay. This is another anime reference. Back then, when I was mentioning about soft powers, this is one of them. Where it's like, everyone kind of talks about it. I've seen people name their kids after anime characters. I find that pretty crazy. Would I name my actually no, by the time I adopt them, they're already gonna have a name. Yes, DM me. Yes, because we are actually gonna watch this. I want everyone to watch this. This is crazy.
Look, if y'all gonna tell us you got family members in prison, you're gonna have to tell.
Got sentenced to prison for 9 years, and this is her only need.
Look, if y'all gonna tell us you got family members in prison, you're gonna have to tell us what they did too, because I'm nosy. But that's okay, because you're in Arizona. I got the name. I'm gonna look it up and find out. So let's see what she did. Oh, that's why you didn't tell us.
I'm not laughing that this happened, but it's like, lady, come on now. We're gonna look this up. You put your name out there. You put any sort of little information, we can track it back. And oh my gosh, teen drivers that were deleted. Like, it's crazy. 9 years. Like, you accidentally deleted 4 people, and you get 9 years. Ooh, yes. Super good idea. I love it. Sorry, I'm messaging a friend of mine. Yeah, like. Bloop, bloop. Well, gotta reschedule. Yeah. Just I don't know. Like, whatever you put, people can verify. That's why whenever I have to do my TikToks, like there are TikToks where it's like it's just a cat. It's like breaking news. That I can kind of get away with a little bit easier. But when I actually have to do like stitches, when I ever actually like report on things, I need to come in with the facts, verify it, sources, and everything, because people are gonna look it up. I've had responses. They weren't exactly the best. But you know what? They never came after me saying I was incorrect. They never came after me saying I was incorrect. And I was happy with that. Honestly, I was. Come on, let's... Shout out to the one girl said she... Shout out to the one girl who said she got off a ticket by flirting and the police department dropped the body cam and... Dude, you know what? I love body cams. I have been binge watching body cam footage, and I could never be a cop. I could never be a police officer for the sole purpose, because every time when I watch this, I'm just frustrated. I honestly am. It's like, come on now, do what you told. Like, just relax. Like, one of the best videos I ever saw was explaining, do not turn a felony into a misdemeanor. That was one of my favorite quotes. Because here's the thing. All you had to do was just turn yourself in, relax. The charges would have been less severe. Because you did all these other things, you made it 8 times worse. Now, that's like, some of my friends are police officers, and I talk to them. 9 times out of 10, it's the most boring job ever. Very rarely do you get stuff like that. Very rarely. So, I have been seeing a lot of these videos get viral, and I'm grateful they are getting viral. Why am I grateful they're getting viral? I mentioned it before with the Aaron Bushnell thing. This is all performance activism. They don't really care about Palestine. They don't really care about Gaza. Nobody, like, most of these people that are very, very vocal demanding ceasefire, they don't really care. They just want the likes, clicks, and views. They just want the validation. And I'd be surprised. You know, I saw a video of a Google software engineer. He got up in the middle of a conference and said, I will not support like this genocide or anything like that. And then like people were upset and they pulled him. I'm like, dude, you just lost your job. Was it worth it? Like, dude, you did all of that extra energy and effort for a job that people would have died for. Just for that? Not worth it. Now, granted, it said he was a Google software engineer. It might have changed. You know, and now that we're here, now that we have this, now this part of the stream is just kind of la-di-da. I want to see something. Because we can actually look it up. I don't just follow... I follow this account. Where was it? Did they have... I know there was... I know... Here it is. Here it is. I know there was more than after that. There it is. I'm like, you just lost your jobs. And you know, here's crazy. Look at this comment. The reaction of the crowd is disgusting. What do you mean it's disgusting? I want to look at this person's profile. Every time I see comments like this, like, I just gotta look at your profile. Okay. I got nothing to say. But yeah, this is honestly a good account that I follow, because it does kind of show the other side. For me, I like balance. I like balance. And this is where I kind of see like all the others. You see, I've seen this one. You know, wait a minute. I want to see this.
What Israel has done is a massive war crime. The United States is the one providing the munitions every day.
I want to see something. What's his name? Jeffrey Sachs. Director of UN Development Solutions Network. I want to see something. Hold up. Tinfoil hat on. Where's he from? You know what? I'm not going to make any assumptions or any conclusions because I'm looking this up. I'm like, come on. Economics professor, best-selling author, widely recognized for bold and effective strategies for complex challenges, including debt crisis, hyperinflation's transition from central planning to market economies, control of AIDS, malaria, and other diseases, the escape of extreme poverty, and the battle against human-induced changed climate. Oh, okay.
Israel. It's up to the United States to stop this now. Israel won't stop it on its own. The U.S. has to do this. The U.S. and EU are complicit in Israel's war crimes. And cutting off aid for UNRWA is complicit in the war crimes.
So they found out. Well, they found evidence in regards to UNRWA's involvement on October 7th. That's why that all happened.
The U.S. is in the hands of a powerful lobby.
I hear this all the time about it. You know what? This is the part of the stream where I'm just going like, kind of like going loosey goosey. APAC. Because it's not just like people explain how much of a power, it's a powerful lobby, don't get me wrong, but there are other individuals and other organizations that have donated just amount. I think the next stream I'm gonna have that. Yo, I gotta say, I went off a tangent, didn't I? You know what? I think we're just gonna skip that. Yo, remember what I said about the unhinged stuff? Like, stop saying unhinged stuff on here because it might go viral. Oh my god, this one. So, okay, not the lady up top right over here, but the guy at the bottom. Oh my god, this was bad. This was bad. Wait. Oh, no. We need to hear all this in all of its glory. Hold up now.
Foreigners, there you fucking go. Especially you Filipinos. You guys are fucking lurking around in Twitter and every single creative guys.
Don't, like, wow, just wow. If there is ever a time where I am triggered, look, if I ever get to this point where I'm very upset, I put the phone down, I go out, I walk, I play a round of Call of Duty, I get my mind off of it first, and then I respond. Because if you don't, you get something like this. And you want to know what happened? When multiple people were looking into his stuff, what ended up happening? Somebody found out that this dude had how do I put this? He had an OF account. I'm not shaming people that undergo that industry. If you go there, hey, not shaming you. Do what you got to do to make money. Tough times are out there. But this dude had an OF, and because this dude had an OF, well, and he said this. Let's just say people were getting some stuff for free. People saw some stuff for free. And oh my god, like he got so embarrassed, he took it all down, he had to make an apology. But here's the thing, when it comes to stuff like this, you're gonna say the wrong thing, someone's gonna take it the wrong way, and they're gonna look through your stuff. You can look through my stuff. There's nothing crazy up on there. I've never said anything crazy on Twitch. Never said anything crazy on TikTok. Never said anything crazy on anywhere else. Like, if something happened, someone said anything, oh, you said this, I'm gonna like, yeah, I said it. I did. Now, if I change my opinion and they said something, then I'm gonna say, yeah, I changed my opinion. But, you know, I'm not gonna say anything like that, anything out of the ordinary or crazy. Was that it? Okay, so I mentioned it yesterday on I mentioned this on yesterday's stream. One of the biggest problems that a lot of people do up on here is like they will straight up leave and abandon everything because they think streaming's lucrative. This profile, Cataliente, I am grateful for her channel because as someone who's starting Twitch, like, this is good for me to learn, knowing that I should not just freaking leave a 9-to-5 job just to put it all on streaming, because I'll be honest with you, I haven't made a lot of money here, and the money I made off of TikTok, it's, let's just say it's not enough.
First and foremost, he's already recommending that people call out lurkers that are lurking in your stream. You're gonna be able to shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm grateful for stuff like this because as someone who's a new content creator, I just need to learn. Yo, I gotta tell you this up front. Every time when I make a TikTok in regards to that specific issue, so many people give me, like, I get a lot of this stuff. I have not gotten specific, so I've gotten a comment and they deleted it right after. I got a comment, it wasn't a death threat, it was more of, go find a tree and a rope. Now, I know what that means. You know what that means. But he did it in a way to avoid the TikTok censors. Because they know what's going to trip it off. If I were to report it, and I never, well, the only times I would ever report something is if it was just way out there and it violated TikTok's terms of services where my account could get in trouble. Yeah, I will report it. But that being said, they get around it. And I see it. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm like, okay. No skin off my back. You don't like me? That's fine. You can scroll away and move on because I don't care. I just don't. I'm here to have fun, here to make a community, and if you ain't for me, so be it. Oh my gosh, so I saw this. Okay, so when after October 7th, when all that broke down, people were tearing off the hostage posters. That does not make you look good. This doesn't also make you look good either. I am not for to start tearing stuff down because honestly, it just gets annoying. Let's just leave it up there. You can plaster over it, but stop taking stuff down. This is annoying. Now, Soviet yesterday, and I think Ghost wanted to talk about this. I think we're gonna close off the stream talking about Project 2025. This is gonna be interesting. But I wanted to take a look because this is a geopolitical channel. Talk about geopolitics. I want to see something. I want to see their foreign policy. FTC, ready to trade, economy, general welfare, common defense. Here we go. Is there really nothing? Okay, let's see what this says. Oh, this is longer than I thought. Ugh, you know, I will say this. It is going to be rather interesting to see what happens. I think, and another thing that I ended up realizing too, here, I'm going to take a look at one thing because I just realized this. I think I might have made a really bad mistake. I'm going to see something. Hold up. What's the title of this? Yep, I knew it. Okay, yeah, I made a mistake as well. This is not going to happen tomorrow. But I'm probably going to have to structure it out. Not just about geopolitics, but I think tomorrow, like, the first half is going to be about geopolitics. The second half is going to be about Project 2025. I did try to, like, splice it out as much as I could, but the problem is I realized, oh, crap. Like, I did not plan for this part. So that was on me. I take the hit for that. I think right now, at this point, with anything... What is this? Viewer attack. What's this? Can I do anything with this? No. No, I cannot. Alright, you know... It is what it is. I think every stream, you know, I always learn to get a little bit better. And I think for this one, because I am going to plan on doing 2-hour streams, I think I'm going to have to structure the second hour a little bit better. Because I think at that point, with the second hour, I might have to have like an intermission. I need to get like a little bit better. So, tomorrow's stream, I'm going to announce it tomorrow, but I will have my own 2-hour stream. But there is something else coming up that I think will be super exciting. But anyways, this is Warrior Insights. I always talk about geopolitics. If you like this